All right, 1.1, we're talking about points in the coordinate plane. So we've got quadrants here. The first quadrant is where our x and y is positive, and then it goes counterclockwise from there. So quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. We're going to be talking about the distance formula, which is on this page here. So this is our distance formula. So given 2 points, we can find the distance between those 2 points by taking the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared.
Wait, what's the name of the notation?
So in example 3, it gives us 2 points. It says which of the points P or Q is closer to point A. So we're going to find the distance from P to A and then find the distance from Q to A and see which one has a shorter distance. That'll be the closer one. So given P and A, it's super helpful to label your points. That way you can just plug it into your distance formula. So I'll call P my first point. So this will be x1 and y1. And then A is going to be my second point. So this is x2 and y2. Our distance formula is the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So let's plug everything in to find the distance. This is the distance from P to A. So we have the square root of x2 is 5 minus x1, which is 1, squared, plus y2, which is 3, minus y1, which is negative 2, so minus negative 2, squared. What is 5 minus 1? 4, so this would be 4 squared. What is 3 minus negative 2? So this would be 5 squared. 4 squared is what? 16. And 5 squared? 25. And 16 plus 25? 41. So that's our distance from P to A, is the square root of 41. Now we need to compare this to the distance from Q to A, because we got to see which one is closer. So let's do it again. We're going to find the distance from Q to A. So now I'm going to label Q as x1, y1, and A is going to be x2, y2. We're going to plug it into our distance formula again. So we're just finding the distance again. So the square root of x2 minus x1 will be 5 minus 8 squared plus y2 minus y1 is 3 minus 9 squared. What's 5 minus 8? Negative 3 squared plus, what's 3 minus 9? Negative 6 squared. Negative 3 squared is 9. Negative 6 squared? 36. And 9 plus 36? 45. Now going back to the question, it says which of the points is closer to point A? So would P or Q be closer to point A? P. P has the shorter distance. So from P to A, the distance is shorter, so P is closer. So we can say P is closer. Looking at the next page, it says find the distance between the following points. Leave your answer in radical form. This should say simplest radical form. So let's do one. I'm going to label my points x1, y1, x2, y2, and then we'll plug it into our distance formula. Our distance formula is the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So we just plug it in. So our distance from A to B would be the square root of x2 minus x1 would be 1 minus negative 6 squared, plus y2 minus y1 would be negative 1 minus 5 squared. What is 1 minus negative 6? Perfect. This would turn to a plus. This would be 7 squared. Plus, what's 1 minus 5? Negative 1 minus 5. Negative 6 squared. 7 squared is 49. 6 squared? Or negative 6 squared is the same, 36. And 49 plus 36? 85. Now we always want to check and see if we can simplify our radicals. So looking at square root of 85, what do we know that goes into 85? 5. It ends in a 5, so we know that 5 goes into it. So when we divide it by 5, 5 goes into 8 one time with 3 left over. And 5 goes into 35 how many times? 7. So 5 and 17. Can we break this down anymore? Nope. So this would be our answer, just the square root of 85. So you always want to leave your answer here in simplest radical form, so always check to see if it can be simplified. There's some questions on the homework that are just simplifying radicals to practice simplifying.
How do we do long division again?
We'll work on that. Any questions here? Do we feel good with the distance? Okay, I'm going to skip 2 and 3 just because we have a short class today, but it's just finding the distance, so plugging it into the distance formula. Next thing we have is the midpoint formula. So here is our midpoint formula. So if we have 2 points, a point A and B, we can find the middle of those 2 points by doing x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. So we're finding like the average of the x's and the average of the y's. Our answer is going to have an x and a y because it's going to be a point. So we're technically finding 2 numbers here. So with example 1, it says find the midpoint between the following points. So my midpoint formula, write it here for us, is x1 plus y1 over, just kidding, x1 plus x2 over 2. And then y1 plus y2 over 2. So the average of the x's and the average of the y's. So then my point, I'm going to label it to make it easier for us to just plug in. So we have x1, y1, x2, y2. So when we plug it in to find our midpoint, x1 plus x2 would be 17 plus 9 over 2. And then y1 plus y2 would be 4 plus 3 over 2. What's 17 plus 9? So 26 over 2. What would 26 over 2 simplify to? 13. Perfect. So our x value is 13. Now let's find the average of the y's. 4 plus 3 would be 7 over 2. Can we simplify 7 over 2? Nope, so we'll just leave it as 7 over 2. So this would be our midpoint. Any questions here? Let's do 2. So I'm going to label my points x1, y1, x2, y2. So x1 plus x2 would be negative 4 plus 5 over 2. y1 plus y2 would be 6 plus negative 1 over 2. What's negative 4 plus 5? So we get 1 over 2 for our x. And then what's 6 plus negative 1? 5 over 2 for our y. Can we simplify either one of these? Nope. So this would be our answer. The beginning of the homework is just practice simplifying radicals. Then it has find the distance and midpoint for the middle section. So for those 4, you have to find both the distance and the midpoint. Then the last 3, it says given an endpoint in a midpoint, find the other endpoint. So looking at number 10, here it gives us the midpoint and an endpoint. We have to find the other endpoint. So we're going to use our midpoint formula. Our midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. We're going to find the missing endpoint. So we're going to work with just the x's first. So I'm going to set up a little equation using this just with the x's. So I'll label my endpoint here as x1 and y1. So we have our x1, this is going to be 5 plus, we don't know what our x2 is yet, so I'm just going to leave it as x2 over 2. But what is our x value for the midpoint? What is this going to equal? 3. Perfect. So we just set up a little equation for ourselves to find x2. So we're going to solve this. How can we solve here? Multiply 2 on both sides. So it'll cancel out on the right. So 3 times 2 would be 6 equals 5 plus x2. Then what? Minus 5. So we get x2 equals what? 1. So our x2, our other endpoint, is going to be 1, but we need to find the y value also. So let's do the same thing. We're going to find the y now. So setting up the same equation. Our midpoint is equal to y1 plus y2 over 2. So what's our y1? 7. We don't know our y2 yet. Over 2. And what is our y value for our midpoint? What is this going to equal? 1. Equals our y value for our midpoint. So equals 1. Now what would we do to solve? Multiply 2 on both sides. So it'll cancel out on the right. So we get 2 equals 7 plus y2. Then what? Subtract 7. So we get negative 5 is equal to y2. Now we want to write this as an endpoint. It's asking us for the endpoint. So we can't just say x equals and y equals. We got to write it as an actual point. So this would be 1 comma negative 5. So it goes x comma y. Now without having to do like the algebra part of it, kind of a shortcut way that we can think about this, so just another way that we can find the other endpoint, is what are we doing to get from the endpoint to the midpoint here? Are we adding or subtracting, and what are we adding or subtracting? Just with the x's. What do we do to go from 5 to 3? Subtracting what? 2. So we go minus 2. So if I were to go from the midpoint to my other endpoint, I would say minus 2. And what's 3 minus 2? 1. Now let's do it with the y's. What are we adding or subtracting to get from 7 to 1? Subtracting 6. So then if I subtract 6, again, what's 1 minus 6? Negative 5. And what did we say our point was for the midpoint? 1 comma negative 5. Same thing. You can do it either way. You want to find like what the pattern is. So going from the endpoint, you have to start with the endpoint to the midpoint and then find your other endpoint.